morning, guys. So I'm going to talk with you about my personal experience with depression and anxiety and depersonalization and panic attacks. So I am a very positive person, very optimistic. And it was about a month ago, about 6 weeks ago, a loved one in my family had passed away. And then within that time, I lost somebody very close to me. They didn't pass. We just decided not to be friends anymore, which is really, really hard. I was also dealing with financial stuff and debt, and this started to cause depression and led up to anxiety and me questioning life and, what's the point? And I really started lacking on taking care of my body too. So I'm not much of a drinker at all. Even when, my loved one passed away, I didn't go out drinking. I didn't drink to it or anything. I know better. But my birthday was about a week and a half ago. And it was on a Monday. So I started out Friday, got drunk with some friends. Saturday, Sunday, did the same thing. And then Monday, on my birthday, me and my friend were heading to this bar where a friend of ours was playing a show. So as we're walking there, I remember all of a sudden I had this sense of panic. And it was almost like everything around me wasn't real anymore. And it was just out of nowhere. And, my chest got tight, started having all these thoughts in my head of just all these different emotions. And I remember, trying to play it cool, like trying not to freak my friend out. So we get to the bar, we get a drink, we sit down, and I remember just sitting there, and I just didn't want to sit there. I couldn't just sit there. Like, I had to keep moving. But once I started moving, I started freaking out even more. So it was almost like I was just stuck. I was just stuck in this sense of panic, and I couldn't figure out what triggered it. And I was sitting there trying to figure it out so I could rationalize my thoughts. But it was like I couldn't grasp what it was. And I dwelt with the panic attack that whole night, but once my friends showed up, it distracted me a little bit. They were being silly and making me laugh and stuff, but I still in the back of my head had that sense of panic and couldn't understand what was going on. So, I got home, went to bed. When I woke up that next morning, I almost had this panic attack hangover, and I felt very outside of myself. I felt very like I wasn't me. It was like my body didn't feel like it was mine. Everything around me felt like a dream. Nothing felt real, and I would look around at people and I think, why are you happy? Why are you okay? Why am I the one freaking out? And I just started to question all these things of what's the point of life? Why am I here? What's my purpose? And I just kept getting very deep into my thoughts and very irrational. And I dwelt with it for a few days that I really started to freak out, and I really thought something was wrong with me. And I just had this constant sense of panic and just not feeling alive. And so I started doing some research on it and watching videos. And at first I didn't know, what depersonalization was. But once I researched it, I was like, that's exactly how I feel. And the fact that this is on the internet, it must mean that I'm not alone in that feeling. And so I started watching videos on people who personally experience it. And I got this understanding that I wasn't taking care of myself. I was stressing myself out too much. I was drinking too much, which I never drink. And I was dehydrated because I wasn't rehydrating myself after those nights. I would just drink coffee all day. So my body was very tired, and I wasn't sleeping enough either. I was probably getting maybe 5-6 hours a night for the last few weeks. And so it was like it all caught up to me. And, you know, these feelings started coming to the surface, and reality, you know, and the things that were going on. And I wasn't dealing with it. I was just kind of tucking it away in the back of my head, but it was all coming out. And I didn't know how to deal with it. But it was my body telling me, like, listen up, Julia. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm going to check out for a little bit. And that's what happened. My body checked out, and so I was stuck with my thoughts, you know, and that's why I felt kind of outside of myself. That's why I felt panicked. But it's hard. I could say this now, but those few days that I was dealing with this really was scary. It was terrifying, and I became depressed, thinking I'm going to feel like this forever. I'm never going to feel alive again. I'm never going to feel normal. But I eventually started becoming aware of the things that I was doing to my body. And so I started going to bed earlier and getting at least 8 hours of sleep. I started drinking a lot more water and less coffee. Started doing yoga. Yoga was what really helped me stay focused and you know, align my thoughts with my body. It really grounded me. So one thing I would suggest is, when you're feeling a sense of panic or anxiety, or you're kind of feeling disconnected from your physical self, go into chair pose or sitting pose. It's almost like when you're doing a squat, or think of it as you trying to use the restroom but not sitting on a dirty toilet. So hold that pose and hold your arms straight out, and just hold it as long as you can. You'll start to feel burning in your legs, and that's the sensation that really set me back into myself, because I was aligning my thoughts with my physical body. And another one is the pigeon pose, which helps me a lot, and it's opening up the hips, which we carry a lot of emotions in our hips. So when we're not finding a way to release those emotions in a healthy way, doing that pose will definitely help a lot in releasing all that. So that's something that really helped me. Everybody's different. But when you get a better understanding of what's going on in your body, and what you're becoming aware of what you're putting into it and how you're taking care of it, it'll really, you start to understand that your body is not trying to hurt you. It's not dangerous. Your body's just trying to tell you that it's tired and that it needs you to take care of it. And I know I sound like a hippie right now, but it's very, very true. A lot of the thoughts that we have in our head are irrational. And it's almost like we're trying to take control of the things that are outside of ourselves, and we forget to take control of the things that we can control, which is what we're putting in our body and how active we are with it and how we're using it, and, you know, controlling the thoughts that we're having. You know, we lose this sense of control of ourselves, and that's what causes the panic and for us to freak out. So I want you to understand that you're not alone in that feeling of depression or anxiety or DP. I mean, you are not alone. And if you're panicking right now, really just kind of sit there and really feel the sensations in your body. You know, rather it be your chest being tight, or, you know, your legs and your arms going numb, your lips, whatever it may be, just really feel it. Let your mind relax. Don't think too much into what's going on with your body. Just let your body do its thing. But really just sit there and just feel what that feels like. And don't think of it as your body hurting you, because your body is not hurting. Your body is basically protecting you from yourself. And I know that sounds weird, but it's your body telling you it's tired, and so it checks out for a little bit. So when you're feeling that, just really just sit there and meditate on those sensations that you're feeling, and don't think that, you know, you're gonna die, or that, you know, you're gonna have a heart attack. Don't think any of that. Your body is really just trying to protect you. So think of it in that state of mind of, okay, body, like, I'm gonna understand what it is that you're telling me. I'm going to relax my mind so I don't further stress you out. And this was something that I had never been able to do before. But I was driving to Miami, which is an hour and a half from me. And I remember thinking, oh God, like, and this was just this past weekend, whenever I was still dealing with the DP and the panic. And, but I really challenged myself. And on my way there, I started to panic pretty bad, to where I was like, I think I need to pull over. Because, my legs started to get numb. I was getting tunnel vision. My chest was very tight. But then I thought, no, I'm so tired of feeling this way. I'm so tired of these feelings taking control of me. So I sat there and I just relaxed my mind. I just thought, I'm done. Like, mentally, I'm checking out. And just really started to feel the sensations in my body. And it was almost like a sense of high, honestly. But whenever I stopped trying to take control of how my body was reacting and let my body do its thing and let my mind relax, it was a crazy feeling, but it was amazing. And now I know it sounds easier, it's said than done. But just understand that your body is not against you. Your body is taking care of you. That's why you're alive right now. That's why you're breathing. Even if you're struggling to breathe, your body is taking care of you, and that's why you're still here. And understand that what you're feeling is not dangerous. Your body's not trying to hurt you. It's just telling you that it's tired. So really just feel that. Feel what your body is telling you. Go into chair pose or into pigeon pose, or just do some sort of stretch that is really going to make you feel your body and allow your mind to connect and align itself with you physically. And know that I'm here. I am here. I don't even care if I don't know you, if you live in another country, another state. I am here for you. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate. Like, I'm not going to think you're crazy. You could have this thought and it could be wild, but I'm going to understand where you're at. And if I don't, then I'm going to try to understand. But I'm here for you. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to get in contact with me. And if you know me and you're local, come to me. I will hug you. I will be an open ear for you, and I will even show you some yoga poses to really keep yourself distracted. But know that you are not alone. And I know that you may not believe that right now, and you're thinking to yourself, she doesn't understand what I'm going through. But I'm telling you, I completely understand. And it is a scary feeling, I know, but just understand that it's not dangerous. Your body's not trying to hurt you. It's protecting you. So think of it in that sense when you are going through that feeling, and just really feel it. Just focus on your breathing. Just focus on your breathing and feel all those sensations, and don't think too much into it, because we have all experienced depression and anxiety and panic attacks and DP, even though we may not know it. But you are not alone. Just really become aware of your body and what it's telling you, and take care of it. But know that you're okay. You're going to be okay. So if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here for you.